Let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to a not so successful edition of Student of the Game. Your Miami Hurricanes take their first L of the season, 28-23, as the Georgia Tech fans stormed the field after the game, and they stormed the field during the game in terms of the run game. So how did they do it? Well, second 11, it didn't take long. First drive of the game, motioning across the formation, and that was one of our keys in the scout team this week, is pay attention to the eye candy. They were going to do this. They were going to try to attack you the way other teams, essentially behind the line of scrimmage in the run game and stuff like that, and that's exactly what they're doing. So when they motion across the formation, you see the auto-direct call here from the safety. Well, he's going to take himself out of the play, and when he does that, he has a squat corner. He's going to go ahead and patrol the flats. So that's something they probably saw when they wanted to go ahead and check this motion on this particular play. But what did it do? Well, you have 6 in the box, right? Light box count, and all Georgia Tech did was beat you with numbers. 5 offensive linemen, a mobile threat quarterback, 6, 7, 8. So you're essentially going 8 on 6. And when you can go ahead and pin down, boom, double at the point of attack, 2 people coming around right here, bang, there's your Mike linebacker, bang. Now, remember I talked to you about the auto-direct call from the safety? Well, there he is. Back is turned, right? No longer involved in this play, so he's not in run support. He's playing over the top. 8 on 6, they're just going to beat you here. And University of Miami, Cam Ward didn't have the most effective game. Still had 3 touchdowns, mind you. But he's been an eraser on offense. When the play is not there, he's able to go ahead and take the offensive coordinator, a lot of the time, Shannon Dawson, out of a bad play. You need safeties to be able to do that, okay? Especially when one's not there. So you needed somebody to erase this from the backfield, okay? Still back here, backpedaling, not seeing this. It's in front of him. You got to go ahead and get him on the ground here. Does not happen. And this is off and running. It's not a good look. It really, that has been a key cog. It's just not being able to erase. If you're going to leave light box count numbers, they had a tough job inside the box. Linebackers, defensive ends. Again, it's 8 on 6, right? You got to go ahead and do a better job from that secondary range. They didn't. Big play. We're off and running. And so is Georgia Tech. So do you remember that big, long run that Georgia Tech had? The one where they used wide receiver motion, and then they had a quarterback zone read with a pass option off of it if they wanted to? Of course you did. It was the last clip we saw. Well, they're going to score a touchdown here, and it's exactly the same concept. Slight variance. They're going to motion to the field side instead of into the boundary side this time. It's the same play. Look what happens. They're going to go right here. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give it to the running back there. There's the pass option if they wanted to. Now, Miami's running in man coverage here. They're man here. They're man here. So people, again, running themselves out of the play. So now you're putting a lot of stress on the safety. And just like the last play where you need a safety eraser, let's see if we're going to go ahead and make this play and bring it down. No, we don't. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The big long run. And that touchdown were the exact same concept. Wow, this is just such a cool concept and such a hard concept for a safety to defend. Miami comes out with their customary 11-set personnel. They're motioning across the formation. This is good check motion. Cam Ward's going to learn a lot as somebody's running across the field here. And watch what it does to the safety, right? Now you're going to see why this play pops open, okay? Switch vertical concept right here, okay? Cam is delivering the football. And non-customary, right? Non-customary, you don't really see wide receivers all the time bunched up downfield. Miami has run variants of this play, these switch verticals. And the safety is basically taking a guess here and a gamble because he sees Cam Ward delivering the football and he thinks it's going to be the slant, okay? It's not the slant. That's the whole point of this concept. Safety guesses wrong 50-50. And Elijah Arroyo, tight end U, the speed. This is a big boy now. So you're just running your draft status right up there. And let's say it for the fans. Bang. Great concept on that switch vertical. Put that safety in a bad spot. Now, it wasn't all clean for Mr. Cam Ward on the day. He's going to just miss this. 3-by-1 look. Elijah Arroyo, you're going to see right here, just a busted coverage. He's going to put his hands up right here. He's wide open. He's wide open. Take the shot. Good chance that's going to be a touchdown. Miscommunication. I don't know what we're looking for here. Somebody goes in when they should have went out. You see it wide open. In a game where you're limited time of possession because your defense can't get off the field, it kind of made every chance you had on offense just heighten just a little bit more. That's one you'd like to have back. This is just real easy to lose at the point of attack, okay? You're going to go ahead and slant this in, and when you do so, you get pinned down. Backs turn here at the top of the screen. Linebackers you just lose contain. That's just a real easy way to lose contain. Big play for Georgia Tech in the running game again, and they're on touchdown's doorstep. Okay, 10 games in, I'm about to make a statement about your University of Miami defense. It has an allergy, and its allergy is motions. Seen it all year, 10 games. This doesn't scream comfort. You have somebody looking back towards the sideline, pointing. This just doesn't look comfortable. And teams have been notoriously and routinely attacking you with motion. So when we come up over here, I feel like when we leave two defenders inside here, this is what Georgia Tech's trying to create, this leverage, this lane inside. So perfectly run out. Two people go outside. They force this back inside. Okay, that's the right call. Slip, lose our footing, score. But again, it was motion that set it up, and it seemed like University of Miami had a lot of confusion before that play happened. University of Miami Hurricane quarterback Cam Ward was credited with a turnover when he had one fumble lost, a back-breaking one at that, and it sealed the victory for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. But earlier on in the game, 4th and 3, well, turnover on downs and you miss a wide receiver in the middle of the field, that could potentially also count as a turnover, especially when you're leaving points on the board, right? Field goal range? Absolutely. So you come out, and you got to credit Georgia Tech here. Because Georgia Tech right here, looking out here, Cam Ward, I think he sees here. Maybe he thinks this is going to be man coverage. And when you have a mesh call, University of Miami run tons of mesh, he's maybe anticipating, oh, wait a second. This isn't man. They're in zone, okay? So now that you have zone, they're scouting this out perfectly, playing the mesh, trying to do this. But I feel right here, just take this throw. It's open in the middle of the field. You have plenty of cushion, quick release. You can make that, and then he decides to kind of make himself out of this. Sometimes you live by the sword, die by the sword. And in this case, University of Miami turnover on downs. Not a very successful day today on 4th downs. Had a wide open wide receiver in the middle of the field. Maybe next time you take it. University of Miami again going to have an unsuccessful 4th and 1. From their 14 set personnel, unbalanced look, one running back, 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends all on one side of the line. And you know what? I got to give credit here to the safety because he saves this play for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. He erased an opportunity for the University of Miami. One thing you could potentially shore up here too, which made his job easy, I don't know so much about this play fake. There isn't a play fake here, so it doesn't suck up the safety. But I want you to watch this juncture, okay? Right here, there's the play fake, and he just feels it, right? So it looks like he's cooked, but he's not. What does he do? He immediately flaps back around, gets in the way. If he's not there, the primary read's going to be wide open. He's going to go ahead right there. That's Elijah Lofton on the other side of the linebacker. If he's sucked up, if he doesn't have that playmaking capability, that would have been the wide open wide receiver. The play would have worked. So you got to credit that safety by Georgia Tech. Sure, a better play fake could have sucked him up maybe a little bit. And then we just got to go ahead and maybe secure this ball. Badly thrown ball. Mark Fletcher kind of gets thrown away. He's not anticipating the ball to be taking that long to get to him. So I know he's a little discombobulated there. But again, 4th down play gets blown up by a heady safety for Georgia Tech. So almost a counter by Georgia Tech here. They're initially sailing this quarterback zone read and why they continued to take somebody into the flats for possible pass catching option. They're going to reverse him here, use him as a lead blocker. Safety's going to get set up. You could have had the play right around here. Sincerely, Hurricane fans, I'm simply going to say I humbly don't know. University of Miami with a single high safety look appear to be in man 1. These 3 are going to mirror these 3 in principle, and you definitely know that this is man concept down here. And initially on the telecast, I thought we kind of lost our leverage. I thought this potentially could have been a blown play. On the playback, it's not. We're going to go ahead and throw out this jam. We throw this jam, and right there, I think there's just this little stutter step. There's just a little off balance kind of a phenomenon there. He gets inside, but this is when I say, hey, why is the inside technique there? That's man if you're giving up the inside. So where's the safety on this play? And this is what I don't understand. Because if you're asking him to play single high, there's no subtle shoulder warfare at all from the quarterback. That's something I've watched for years. He's literally throwing the ball at this juncture. You're having a safety literally look this way. He's not even remotely aware that the ball is in the air. The ball is in the air. He still doesn't know. Now he's like, oh, what's happening? Zero clue that ball was in the air until it was a touchdown. And that's the part where I simply don't understand. In a loss, it's easy to accentuate all the bad plays. I get it. In a win, it's easy to accentuate all the good plays. But in this case, this is a very good play. First and goal, University of Miami with an RPO. Pay attention to Cam Ward right here. He's looking. He sees the one-on-one window. The way that the offensive line is kind of pushing out, making sure they don't get downfield. This isn't pass blocking. This is an RPO. He decides to pull the trigger when the back is still turned. Great anticipation. Way to win that route there. Perfectly thrown ball. So that's Cam Ward. Still special. Bang. I want to share this clip for a couple reasons, but ultimately because of the destruction that happens at the end of the play. That was not targeting either. But right here, I know Ruben Bain's going to go ahead and get a face mask here, but that's face mask too. So Georgia Tech gets away with that one. And then what is about to happen here? It's not even close to being targeting. Targeting is when, that's him trying to make a football play. A guy spins over to him and just does that. It's been watered down. That play really has. It's not targeting. 3rd and 18, bad call. 3rd and 18, and coverage just busts on this. 2-by-1 look, nothing fancy. You got to protect the middle of the field for an in-breaking route, especially right here. Okay? And your safeties are patrolling. I mean, here's the first down marker. What are you patrolling against? Okay? What are you patrolling against? That's a 3rd and 18. That's just a terrible call. And I know you should potentially have the wherewithal. Because, listen, I'm looking at this and I'm reading, okay, you have the flat covered. The cornerback's going to go ahead and pass that off. So your safety is still this ball's in the air. Why is the safety still riding on that number 1 wide receiver? I don't know. I've said that a lot this clip. I just don't know. And this is going to be Georgia Tech's final touchdown. It's a simple zone read. Nothing fancy about it. You're going to go ahead and have your defensive end clamp down. You're relatively in position. Now count them. You're going to have 2 and 1. So you have 1 here, 1 here. This is one safety. This is another safety. You slip. Okay, I get that. Safety gets sucked in. Other safety's getting pushed to the back of the end zone. And you lose contain against a mobile threat quarterback on a simple zone read. Ouch. I could make honestly a 10-minute student of the game clip just on this phenomenon. Look where he's looking at the top field. Look why it's taken away. Ready? Right here at the top of the screen. Okay. Great job hitting the check down, but Xavier Restrepo gets held notoriously. Good job hitting the check down, though. Probably should have did that a little more. Florida State caught University of Miami on a 0 blitz, and this is exactly here. A lot of times you see these flat across the formation. See this flat? When you're flat like this, they're all playing in man coverage. Everybody else is coming, right? Here you go. Only 4 in coverage. The rest of the 7 are coming in. This is a mugger. He's just looking for the escape outlet. He's going to go ahead and clamp this down if necessary. But yeah, caught you with a 0 blitz. Florida State did too. And this is going to be the last clip of the evening. Let's end on a highlight, shall we? I know the game ended on a low light, but in this case, this was a shot play. This was a design play, and it caught Georgia Tech on an out and up. Here you go, 3-by-1. They're motioning into the formation. selling that little role, looking for work. Damian Martinez has to get commended there too. He's going to finish this block and put this on the ground. Now, you have to appreciate the out and up, okay? When Cam Ward delivers this football, this is anticipation, Holmes, back on back. And I always remembered Aaron Rodgers saying this years and years ago. In the NFL, a back turned means that it's open, right? So he got that message. Back is turned, ball is up. You missed the hold. Yeah, you missed it. That's the reason why he got open, because you tried to reach out and hold him because you knew what was about to happen. We all know what's about to happen. Bang! The University of Miami score. Unfortunately, they come up a little short. For the last time, Hurricane fans, I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. Stay safe, my friends. Bang!